Hey everyone, how's it going? What is up? It's me, Twister Windstalker, and I'm here to bring you guys another video. Second video of 2017. Yes, we're on a roll. And today we're going to revisit a topic that I talked about, I don't know how long ago it was. It's been a year or two, maybe. And we are going to be talking about vapes. This is the latest, greatest vape that I got for the old lady. As you can tell, it's all purple and everything, and it's got a little touch screen on it where you can adjust your ohms, your watts. This thing goes up to 220. She currently has it at 20, and I went to Mad Vapes and got this. And the dude at Mad Vapes originally had it at 60, and I tried to hit it at 60, and I don't smoke. All right, I don't smoke at all. And 60, ooh, but 20 is perfect for both of us, because 10's a little weak. 20 is great. And so since we have this, and she actually has 12 milligrams of nicotine in this bad boy, because she's a 2-pack-a-day smoker. And in the original video, let's do a little backtracking here. I showed you, and I'll bring up a picture somewhere in here of the Cranger Nano that Mini Nano that I had, or Nano, whatever it was called, that was pink. That was a drip box. Now this isn't a drip box. This is just a regular bowl, I guess. I don't know what they call it. And this says it's set to MEM2/hard. And she's between the two of us, because I have to try these things out too. We put 142 puffs on this bad boy, and we got her Blue Jazz, and she doesn't seem to like the Blue Jazz very much. But I originally got her a pink Nano drip box. She liked it. And during the moving and some other stuff that happened, it disappeared. Because, you know, that was the time we was doing roll your own cigarettes, and she really liked to roll your own cigarettes. I had gotten her those pen e-cigarettes in the blue, and they wasn't strong enough. And the pink Nano that I got her, we were talked into 6 for the, you know, the thing. And this is a 70-30 juice fluid, whatever that really means. I think it's like 70% nicotine, 30% whatever. And that wasn't strong enough. But she was vaping, and she was slowing down on her cigarettes and everything. But so far with this thing, cigarettes taste really nasty to her, and she's doing a really good job. And the funny thing about this thing, which, I mean, the trigger's right here. You just push down that trigger so you can, like, palm squeeze it or finger squeeze it, however you want to do it. And this thing takes 2 batteries. And even though this has a charging port on the front, it says not. The guy at the vape store told me not to use the charging port. It's mainly for firmware updates, which kind of confuses me, because he's like, well, you try to use it, one battery fills up and the other battery fills up, and it's not an even charge, and because they can't get the circuit boards right or something. And I'm like, and he threw in a rechargeable battery thing. So I'm eventually going to go back and get 2 more batteries for this thing. That way she can have 2 charging while she's toking on this thing, and the batteries are at 75%. And the Nano also had the adjustable features on it, but we couldn't figure it out where she needed it, and I think I was technically adjusting the wrong thing, because nobody knew. And now that she has a friend that actually vapes and actually knows, it actually, and of course the guy had it set at 60 watts, and I hit that thing, and oh my lord. Whew. Now 2 I can handle. 2 is, like I said, perfect. So we're going back. We're now back into vaping. She now ain't smoking cigarettes very much because this is doing a very good thing for her. Now, the juice we got is really dry, and you can't really smell it when you breathe out, and that's kind of weird. I mean, I don't know if you guys seen that or not, but that's about all I really do. Because if I puff any harder than that, I choke. That one wasn't a good one. But, yeah, I mean, it said I did it for 1.1 seconds. Normally 1.3 to 2, maybe 3 is good for me. But I think because this has a lot of nicotine in it, because this is high nicotine, I can feel it on my lips and it burns. But you can't smell no flavor off of this. It's kind of weird. That was a good one. And I even like using this thing, and I don't even smoke. I don't really have no real need to use this thing, but I mean, so we're back trying the vape thing, and she seems to like this thing. This thing is really heavy because of the batteries, and they have it set right under 4.4 ohms, which is kind of weird. I don't know why they have it at 3.9 instead of just go ahead and bump it up to 4. And the guy in the store primed the thing and everything for me, because I don't think in the past we properly primed it, and that's probably part of the reason why we didn't work well. And so we're trying the vape again, and this is a smock. This is a Pro Color. It's a 225 TC, and the unit itself was like $98, which it's about what I've seen online, maybe a few dollars cheaper. But we got 2 batteries with it. I added 2 batteries to this. They gave us a charger, and I think they gave us the juice that came with it, because whenever I add it up, it does, and charge for 2 battery, add the 2 batteries in, it goes way over. So that's kind of weird, but so yeah, we have this now. She likes it. She likes the purple. It's, like I said, a smock Pro Color, which they call it something else on another website. 225 TC, and I'm probably going to have to make this 18 plus on this, knowing the way YouTube is. Maybe not. I guess it depends on if they watch the video, or they have a robot watch the video, or whatever I title this, which I got to find out what the title of the other one was, because I don't actually remember. But so this is her first semi-pro vape, I guess, because I mean, this is the most fanciest one we've had, and this is her first non-drip box. So that's kind of weird. I mean, I like it. I don't even, like I said, I don't even smoke. Yeah, that one too hard, because I feel that in the back of my throat. But since I tested out the other one on camera, I'm going to test this one out. That was 2.7. Wow, I'm doing good. I'm almost back up to 3. Oh, that was wimp. So, I'm liking it. It's a little bit too much nicotine for me, because I never got into the smoking, and I tried that snus and some other stuff, and whew, so I can definitely feel the nicotine in this, more so than I ever did with the 6. 150 puffs between the two of us. I like that you just, push these 2 buttons on the front. I don't know if you can see that, but these 2 little buttons down here, You just push and it locks it, and it locks out the trigger. But then you can get into all the settings and everything with this lock, and to unlock you just, you know, push both of those buttons together to unlock it. Yeah, I unlock it. And you can change the color. See, the white is going to be white, but the green, you can change the color of the green. You can change the color that it lights up when you hit it. I mean, and then you can change the mid-hard to SS, which I don't know what SS is, and some other stuff. I think you can change the ohms in there. I know you can change the ohms in there. I mean, you can change all kinds of stuff on here. I don't exactly know. And this is the first day we've had this. I like it. Except for the purple. I could do without the purple. I wish she had gotten it in black, because purple. But yeah, I'm digging this thing. This thing is cool. The juice is kind of dry, so I don't dig that. I don't know whether it's because it's high nicotine content or if it's what it is, but and you can't even, this is supposed to be like blueberry or something, and you can't even taste it. Yeah, you can't even taste it. I don't like that. I like it when you can actually taste the flavor. But, and we're only, I don't know if you can see that, but we're like a fourth of the way through this first tank, and they gave her a big bottle of stuff. And I got this one at Mad, I don't know if I've said it, but I got this one at Mad Vapes, the same place I got the Nano. The pins I got at various places like Walgreens and whatever. The blue I got at Walgreens. I got a white Rhino that was yellow that at the smoke shop where I got her Royal on. So I did a video on that. And the only thing I don't like is anytime you just push the button for whatever, it, you know, counts it. This thing's supposed to shut off if you hit the button for longer than 10 seconds. And the guy at the shop told me when you lock this thing, you still was able to hit it. It was just supposed to lock it out so that you can't, you know, adjust it. And when you lock it out, let me lock it out real quick. Okay, there it goes. It's locked. And when you lock it, see, it just pops up locked and you can't hit it. And that's completely opposite of what the guy at the shop told me, because he was like, oh yeah, you can lock the front so you don't hit it, but it doesn't work that way. It only works if you know, unlock it. So I don't know if the guy at the store was misinformed about this particular unit, because I mean there's so many of these units on the market, I guess. Oh, and the other thing I like about this thing, is to load this thing, to put the juice in, because this screws off like a normal vape. But to put the juice in, you just rotate the lid like so. See? You just rotate it. And that little vent right there, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me get closer. Of course the camera won't focus. That vent right under the finger is where you put the juice in. And the center, of course, is where you hit it. And, yeah. I mean, 2.1 seconds. So, I mean, this thing, the Nano was a little bit, I mean, the Nano, you had to screw the top off. And then they wanted you to tilt it and put it where it goes down next to the coil and everything to load it. This is way more easier to use. I mean, the bottom just pushes forward and clicks down, and then you put in and out the batteries, which I'm going to have to buy her another set of batteries so she can charge a pair, and then while she's hitting there she has a battery, and then I mean, I think since we're not puffing it hard and not really high on the wattage, because I was doing it at 60, and good God, I mean, I think that was part of the problem. on that one, I took a pretty good hit. I mean, I think I'm getting pretty good. Well, that was only 2.6, but that was to me a pretty good hit. So, and I think when you hit the button, and the voltage does go up when you push the button to let you know how much voltage you're using. Oh, I saw it on the screen that time. So I know that was actually a good hit. And like I said, I'm not a smoker, but I find this thing very easy to use. I must be trying to talk when this is, but trying to hit this, I'm getting used to it, and drawing it in, taking a hit, whatever you want to call it, is a lot easy. Getting more and more easier. Yep, that was the nicotine hiccup, because I hit it way too hard, and we're not doing that again. 2 more and we'll be at 60. And I really need to wrap up this video. So, 1 more hit. Oh, I crapped out at 1.3 seconds. But yeah, so this thing tells you the voltage you're using when you're hitting it and all that. And so we're back to vaping. And after hitting this for a good few minutes, she tried a cigarette and it was awful, she said, which is a good sign. I can't even put this thing down. Let me put this thing down. So we're back to vaping. She's trying to vape. I like it. I'm hitting it. I kind of wish I had my own, because with no nicotine in it, because the whole point, dang, that burns. That's the only thing about the high nicotine, is you can definitely feel it because it burns your lips. But I wish I had one that didn't have nicotine in it. That way I could help. Because the whole point of me hitting this thing too is to help her try to slow down and not smoke no more. Give her encouragement. And then her friend has something similar to this with the little trigger on the side. So we're trying to help her quit smoking, because she's a 2-pack a day person. And that's why we got the 12. Because I think 12 and 18 is the highest. And this 12. So, let's see. How good am I doing on here? About 17 minutes? About normal for a video of mine. So, it makes me happy. I'm going to have to give this back to her, because if I don't, I'm going to keep hitting this bad boy. It's definitely heavier than the Nano. And from what I've learned so far about vapes, is if you're anything like her and you're having trouble finding a vape that works for you, you might want to get one that has the adjustable, depending on how much of a smoker you are, man. I mean, she's smoked for like 20-30 years or so you want to get a vape that can be adjustable. You want to definitely get one that's easy to use, because I mean that Nano was a lot complicated. This one you can just adjust it, whatever you want it on the fly, because all you got to do is hit the up and down keys right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you hit the up and down keys to adjust it up and down. And then, as far from what I know, is you lock it. Did I lock it? I think I locked it. Yeah, I locked it. You click on this over here so many times. Did it work? I think it's depending on how many clicks you do. Oh, there we go. You go into the different menus in here. I don't know what that puffing thing is. You got all kinds of video. That's where you can change the screen, the green and all that. That's the turn off and everything. And then you go back. Yeah, you should go back to the main screen. And then everything's done with up and down buttons. So this thing is easy to use. I find it funny that that port in the front is just for the firmware, in case they do firmware. When why would these things need firmware unless they add more colors. But I like it. I like it tell you how long you hit it for. I like that it tells you I like it has everything right there on the screen. I mean, I like this thing. I mean, the Nano, I guess if I had put a little bit more effort into it, I could have, got more used to the menus and everything. But I was trying to get her to quit smoking and everything and not really focus on how to do it. And we went through like 2 or 3 coils on the Nano. This one, since the dude hit it up at the shop, and the one I bought her online was also another Cranger, that this little vent up here at the top, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that little vent at the top right next to the finger, it was either open or you just could close it, and that's how you adjust the hitting. And it didn't matter where you adjusted that, she still didn't like it. I didn't even like it. I found one where I found that I was comfortable with it wide open. But I mean, if the person that is originally for can't get used to it, so I mean, now we got her this, and she likes it, and that's all that matters, right? Right. So, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave comments down below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.